Welcome to Spirited Straight Talk, the podcast to help you thrive with the help of spirit. I'm Deb Shepard, psychic medium, spiritual teacher, and author. Each week, I bring new insights to help you heal from loss, connect with spirit, and turn setbacks into triumphs. So let's get started.
In today's Spirited Straight Talk, we're featuring a heartwarming episode of Deb Shepard's popular YouTube show, Grieving to Believing. If you haven't caught Grieving to Believing yet, you need to do so. In each episode, Deb connects grieving parents with their children on the other side. And as you experience all the extraordinary validations that come through, you too will be experiencing new levels of healing, faith, and love. And you'll be comforted knowing that your loved ones are also with you. I hope you enjoy this episode.
I think part of this is knowing for maybe other parents is that they're still connected. They don't hold those grudges, but at the same time, there's that emotional feeling that there was more to do. Did she have a love for animals too?
Yes.
Because I'm seeing like she would even save the bugs.
Yes.
Yeah.
You and me chasing down forever after.
Hello and welcome to Grieving to Believing. I'm Deb Shepard. There is no greater loss than that of a child, no matter what age. My mission is to help parents heal, find peace, and be inspired that their angels in heaven are still giving them messages of love. Besides knowing that a parent, a mother, or father will be here today, I have no idea who I'm going to be speaking to. So let's dive in and see where this journey takes us. I am honored that you two are here, and I know that you're part of many groups that help parents heal through the loss of a child or children. And knowing the two of you, which with some work in the background, I know that the two of you have lost two children, and for different reasons. But I know that there's a lot of other people around you that have crossed as well. So I'm going to dive in here and see where this takes us. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
First thing I'm getting is your daughter that died from cancer. What is her first name again?
Tracy.
Tracy. Okay. Tracy is here with a big smile on her face. She says, first of all, that she's very proud of the two of you, of how much you have done on this journey of helping other people. She's also telling me that she's using the word iron goddess, which is not a word I would normally use. And so to me, that means that she was definitely this warrior, but she still was able to be that goddess in the energy of love and passion at the same time. She is telling me that even though her life was short here, that she gave it her all. And she also tells me that she feels that she wouldn't have been able to do it without the two of you as parents, because you gave her the courage to be herself and to always step forward no matter what that was. She's also saying to me that part of her journey is to help, she's here on this planet right now, or she's here on the other side to help mothers that are giving birth through children that may have challenges, or for a mother that is having challenges with a child giving birth. She's also saying to me that she always has this spark. So when you feel this energy of spark, that is definitely her. She is also saying that there has been a lot of changes since her passing, and she's in gratitude that she is always remembered. There's also a sense of the gratitude. This is interesting because I know that she was sick from an early age. Like she was born with health issues. Is that what I remember with her?
Yes.
But she never let that define her, no matter what. That wasn't her definition. She almost felt like she acted like it really wasn't a diagnosis, that she was her, and the diagnosis was just a bump in the road.
Yeah.
And that she always felt that she could be an inspiration to others to not give up on their dreams or their passions, or let these things stop her from living the best life she could. She also feels if she would have gone into being the victim of her diagnosis, that she would have never accomplished the things she did in her life. That she just And she's showing me pounding the pavement, that iron goddess of just pushing through, pushing forward. And I'm also getting this, like, she didn't always want to listen to the doctors in the sense of saying, they don't know me. They don't know me. And so she keeps laughing about how people let those things affect them, but she never did. And she says that I never played by the rules because the rules never fit me. And she says that she wants other people to be inspired, that even though that they have supposedly, or they have limitations, don't let that limitation keep you from living the best life possible.
Tracy was born with a very rare birth defect called biliary atresia. So she, I always say she fought her whole life to live. And her childhood was as normal as we could make it, but she used to say, I'm having my liver attack, because biliary atresia involves the liver, and it's the bile duct of the liver. And she was born without it, and so they had to put an artificial one in. So those don't ever work like your real ones. And everything the doctors told her not to do, she did. They told her she should probably never have children. Well, she had 3 little boys. You know, they would tell her it's probably best you never go deep sea diving, because that's bad on your organs and that. Well, she did. You know, it's everything they told her not to do, she did. At 40, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And she fought really hard with that. And she got through that. And they consider her cancer-free. Except 2 weeks later, she was diagnosed with a very rare cancer that was directly linked to her birth defect. And so that's what took her. And when the doctor told us, and he had been her doctor since she was 2, he said to her, you are the oldest living person with this birth defect. Nobody has lived as long as you have with this birth defect.
In the world.
In the world.
In the world.
He was the top specialist in this field.
I feel that if it wasn't for you guys or her genuine spirit, she would have had a shorter life, that she could have died a long time ago. She showed me around the age of 14. Was there a hard time for her around the age of 14?
Yes.
That she says that she almost felt like they were going to give up on her, but you guys did not. And it kept her going, knowing that there was such a future in front of her, that she didn't see it. It's interesting. She's a very open energy, but she says she focused on moving forward and having a life, not this other stuff that people kept telling her that she could not do. Very smart, very inspirational. I don't know if she wrote things or you guys have written things, but she says it's time to publish something. So this is also, whether it's your journey or something else, she says it's okay to publish this. And her heart is big. She's also saying that her family, her children have had a lot of challenges, but she says they're on the upside. They're on the upside. And she goes, we all have our challenges. She's also feeling that, you know how we have like emojis and different kind of things? She just feels like she's that warrior goddess and never gave up. And what she's telling me now is she's still not giving up in her spiritual world of still helping and being there and being on a journey. She's cracking me up. She says that she found humor more important than being serious. And that she goes, most people are so serious. Like if she would tell them her diagnosis or they would ask, she goes, I don't want to talk about that. She would talk about what inspired her and what she loved. And she also feels that she was a great teacher when she was here on this planet. Like she helped teach others to, she says the word, not play small, you know, to be bigger than life no matter what. And I keep getting a star around her, almost a feeling of that she's this bright star, and her star has never dimmed, that it keeps going. I know you've lost a second child. Her name, is it Ginger?
Yes.
She just came through cracking me up. And she passed before Tracy, correct? Because you were worried about Tracy. Ginger feels like the life of the party in her own way. I feel like she's also dancing to her own beat, her own drum, full of life, all heartfelt, very kind and loving. But she says, but I am smart. Don't. I may be beautiful, but I'm also smart. So don't underestimate me. Both kids have a lot of heart, but very differently. Where Tracy feels like, again, I'm getting this iron goddess of pushing through no matter what. Ginger feels like a person that would be there as your friend and be the keeper of secrets. She would be there to listen, but she didn't have to push her energy on anybody else. So for those that are watching, I do know that Ginger died in a car accident. And she is telling me, she's letting me know that don't think about that day, because she says, Dad, I'm a good driver. And you taught me how to drive well and to be smart and pay attention. And she says, what happened to me is not my fault. She says, you understand this. Both of these girls are telling me you still have a purpose to help other people. And not to forget that, even though you'd rather not have this topic in your life. But I get that something isn't done with helping others, but I feel like it's around Tracy and Ginger. And I'm not sure exactly how that looks, but they're telling me that that your story is going to be more known, and don't be shy around it. The feeling I get with both of them is they came into this world to impact the world. I think their lives were cut too short. With Tracy, I feel she had a longer life because of the two of you and her determination. With Ginger, I feel like she was just taken, is my feeling. She was just taken, and that's not fair. And so I feel like there's things around that are important. I'm getting a book, and I know that seems really like, oh yeah, we all have a book in us, but this is something new. Does that make any sense? Are you guys thinking about writing something or doing? It feels like it might be in honor of your girls, but it feels more about helping people understand something.
Yeah, I've started probably 5.
5. This feels like something that hasn't been done before regarding grieving. And I think one of the biggest things that I've talked about in grief is that it's okay to have joy. And I would think that would be the most difficult thing when you have lost children or a child, is to figure out that it's still okay to find joy and laughter. So I feel like it's more about that and learning how to connect. But Ginger's not angry. I feel like she's a person that would be probably very forgiving and very salt of the earth, and someone that would see a bigger perspective or see things from another viewpoint. That's what I get from her. But I feel like there is a little bit of, I don't want to say that she carries anger, but a disappointment because she had more of a footprint here. There was more for her to do. And of course, because she was so young. I think part of this is knowing for maybe other parents is that they're still connected. They don't hold those grudges. But at the same time, there's that emotional feeling of there was more to do.
Ginger was our first loss. We lost her in 1999, and she was 20 years old, just shy of her 21st birthday, and she was killed in a car accident by a drunk driver. And so, from what Deb said, she was taken. you know, for us, it's been a difficult, I guess, or for me anyway, because she was charged with the accident, but actually in the first reading that we had with Deb, she made it clear that Ginger did not cause the accident. And we found out later that that was true, but there was nothing we could do to go after him.
Did she have a love for animals too?
Yes.
Because I'm seeing like she would even save the bugs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I'm seeing her take the grasshopper out, or you
Yeah.
know, we have to save everything. And when you look at that kind of a spirit, it's never about hurting somebody else, and that definitely is her feeling with it. And Tracy says that because of you guys, her children are good, is what I'm getting here.
Yeah.
That you've constantly put your 2 cents in to help them, which is not what you expected, but a feeling of you constantly are inspiring them and being there without being overly, like not hovering over them. And so she's appreciating that for sure. Has her husband moved on?
Yes. Well, no, he's here, but
He's here, but he's met somebody.
Yes, he's with another woman.
I'm getting here that she's doing this, like he needs that support, and I feel like she likes this person for him.
Oh, good.
That it's helpful for him to continue living, but I feel like he does keep Tracy, and I feel like his new wife keeps Tracy in the mix. Like they don't discount her whatsoever. Like she's
Yes, right.
part of their family still. Like she still
Yeah,
has.
she's a widow.
Oh, she's a widow too.
Yeah.
Okay. So they
So she
understand each other.
Pardon?
They understand each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Was her husband sick?
He died of an accidental drug overdose.
Okay, so probably mentally ill or with those type of things. Okay.
Yeah.
And I just feel like they found each. Actually, I feel like Tracy may have helped them connect.
I think she did.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she intervened. Like he needs this, she needs that. So let's make this happen. And
She's very much like Tracy
oh, really?
in personality. Yeah. She doesn't look like her, but in personality, she's very much like Tracy.
Well, she's laughing because she goes, she's not short as me, but she is like me. And I feel like she wants them to have a great life. Even though Tracy's life was cut short, I feel like she did more for, like if someone lives to 80, what she did in her 30 years or however long she was here, she lived a full life.
Yeah.
She did not play small. She did not sit back. She did not sit back and watch the world go by. She was definitely present, involved. She says that she was in the arena. She was in there playing it big no matter what. And the other thing I get is that there's no regrets of playing the game full out.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like I did not hold back. And she says people that know that they can live to 80 or 90, they don't always take the risk to play full out.
Yeah.
Ginger's showing me mice. What's the connection to mice?
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
She loved mice. She absolutely loved them. You know, she was always, every time we went to a pet store, she wanted to buy one. I did let her buy a hamster.
That's close, right? Okay, so she's bringing in that she now has probably all of her mice that she ever wanted. She showed me the Walt Disney movie where, who was it, Cinderella that had the mice?
Cinderella.
So,
Yeah, is that a connection for her too?
yes,
yes.
very
Okay.
much so.
So she's just saying, yes, they're all doing the work, and she's kind of being that Cinderella. I love you too, and I'm glad you're in my life, but I wish I never met you. Your girls were here, and you were celebrating so many other things.
Yeah.
But I am in gratitude about how strong you two are and how you help other people, and you continue to step forward to make a difference because of your experiences. So I'm so thankful.
I could feel both of the girls there, not just with her, but with me. You know, they were there. They were letting us know that they were aware of what was going on in our lives and their families' lives. And
when Deb talked about Ginger and mice, the first thing that came to mind was when she was about 5, we took her to see the movie Cinderella, the Disney movie Cinderella. And she wouldn't let us leave the theater when the movie was over. So we had to watch it twice in a row. And then after that, in order to get her to go to bed, we would have to make the sound like midnight was coming. So she had to get to bed before midnight. And then when we put shoes on her in the morning, we had to slip it on like it was a glass slipper and say, "Oh, it fits." And so that's the first thing I thought about when she said mice. And then when she mentioned the Cinderella, it was like, that's absolutely it.
It's nice to know that they're together and they can communicate with each other and be instigators, because they always were instigators.
And I have started a book about 5 different times, different versions of it. And so it sounds like I got to get serious about that.
And everyone, please remember, even though your loved ones are on the other side, they are still by your side. I am Deb Shepard. I look forward to seeing you next time on Grieving to Believing.
Chasing down forever.
So, what did you think? We hope you enjoyed this Grieving to Believing episode, and you can watch more episodes of Grieving to Believing on YouTube. Season 2 has so many powerful readings and extraordinary stories. This will help you know without a doubt that your loved ones are with you. To watch Grieving to Believing, go to my YouTube channel, Deb Shepard Psychic Medium, and we'll be sure to put the link in the show notes too.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. I hope it inspired you. If you enjoyed our conversation, make sure you subscribe so that you get notified of new episodes. And let's get connected. Visit debshepard.com for more insights, support, workshops, and to book a session with me. And finally, always remember, your loved ones in spirit are just a thought away. Even though they're on the other side, they're always by your side.